Hey there, greetings YouTube. This is your good friend Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Um, I saw two videos by a good YouTuber buddy of mine by the name of Testazel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, go ahead and do so. He's got some good thoughts. He's a real down to earth type of brother. One thing that brother Testazel did, and this is more of a response for two videos. One of them was called Conceited Hoes. The other one was called Black Man's Weakness for a Fat Ass. Excuse my French there. I'm really giving you the title of what his video was. Um, in his Conceited Hoes video, he talked about how many men, many of the thirsty Negroes, as he puts it, are giving women too much of their attention and their power, i.e., telling the woman she's beautiful, she's lovely, she's gorgeous, she's all that. And of course, he eventually and ultimately puts her on this pedestal, which gives her the swelled head. Simultaneously, he seems to demean himself more and more and more and more, just so he won't have to make her mad. And he fears that by making this woman that he thinks is beautiful and desirable mad, she's going to leave him and no one is going to want him afterwards because the man is so desperate for female attention. And for those who are not educated on the so-called vernacular of thirsty, thirsty just means you're horny, if I may get a little vulgar. You're desiring the attention of a woman. You're desiring her physical affections, and of course, ultimately, her sex, her nether regions, if you will. Now, Testa brings up a very good point. This woman that you seem to throw yourself at and prostrate at the altar of this woman, if her looks were really that wonderful and that great, she'd be getting paid for them professionally. And of course, not in the sense of tricking off, i.e., just paying her rent and paying her bills for it, and that sort of thing. But like she'd be a model in a magazine or on the runway or doing fashion shows and getting a salary, drawing some type of payment for it. Um, and even if she is that good looking, you should not have to take her garbage. Now, he suggested ignore a woman. And to a certain degree, I agree with this because I was talking with a friend of mine, and he and I were just discussing how women just want attention. And I've noticed that when you're free and clear, women don't really bother you. But when you're into your own thing and minding your own business, that's when a woman seems to just want to be all in your space. Take the scenario of the man watching the baseball or the football or the basketball game or the wrestling competition. That's when the woman wants to be all up in the man's face and wants to talk to him and wants to cuddle with him and wants to kiss all on him. Not when he's by himself and not having anything to do, but when he's in the middle of doing something, whether it's building a model plane, playing with his toy trains, reading a book. That chick is there to go, hey, pay attention to me. Like somehow it is anathema not to pay attention to this woman. And to women, it is anathema not to pay attention to them. So, of course, that seems to be when women are more likely to deal with you. Or if you're in her face telling her she's beautiful, she's wonderful, and I'm sure she's gotten many men telling her that she's this gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, sexy creature. Now, this doesn't, I'm not advocating being mean to women, but I'm sure that gentlemen that are used to the company of women or get a lot of women or get a lot of beautiful women aren't really so worried about, so hung up on whether or not they make a woman that they like mad. Um, and of course, as I said, this video is like a 2-for-1 type of deal. And then going to the black man's weakness is a big old booty. And the good brother Testazel really did touch on the whole we as men have low standards. And I'm not saying that women are completely terrible. I'm just saying that we just want a woman that looks good. And some of that is from ego, thinking, oh, I pulled this lady right here. You ain't got my skills. And oh, she look good. She's probably gonna rock it in the bedroom. And I'm with him on this. I'm with him that too many men are just looking at the physical. And I mentioned some of this in my last vid about women's sex is not the holy grail. And the sex, of course, is in quotation marks. And the problem is that I'm not saying don't respect women or don't stand by them, but avoid those women who like to have drama in their lives. Avoid those women who seem to want to always get into something. I have a friend. I have an associate of mine. I mean, she's a nice girl at times, but every time I seem to hang with her, she's always got something crazy going on in her life. And being me and being who I am, I don't like a lot of drama. I don't like a lot of controversy. This is not the Prince album, okay? There's no controversy here. I consider myself a pretty square dude. L7 all the way, baby. L7 all the way, baby. L7 all the way. But anyway, good-looking women tend to bring about more baggage. Because the plain Jane girl probably doesn't have a lot of guys checking for her. And maybe a woman that's not so attractive to the according to what is considered attractive, she's not dealing with, she may not be dealing with the drama that, let's say, a really good looking woman, maybe she looks like a video vixen, maybe she looks like a fashion model, and it seems everywhere she goes men are trying to get next to her. And I think Testazel's onto the right idea that we as men have to improve our own lot in life. We gotta improve ourselves spiritually and emotionally, financially, and mentally. We gotta just improve ourselves all the way around. Physically, hey, do some sit-ups, do some push-ups, but do it for yourself. Don't do it for the lady that you think you're gonna impress. Don't do it because you're gonna get lots of women. Do it for yourself, because in reality, at the end of everything, you're left with you. If the woman leaves you, you're still left with you. And I truly think that you are the first priority, at least in getting yourself together. So, Testazel, keep putting out the videos. Now, I mean, yeah, you might use the word hoes and stuff like that. And some women may take offense to that. However, I think that there are many women out here who are whorish and have promiscuous ways. And maybe they're on a quote unquote paper chase. Maybe they're they're on a status chase. Or, and sometimes there's flesh for resources. The woman hands over her flesh to get hands on your resources. So that is something also to consider. So just try to do better for yourselves, gentlemen out in YouTube land, to the subscribers that see me, to the people, anyone who happens to stumble on my video. Just do better for yourself, and explore all that life has to offer. Don't try to get next to a beautiful woman just because she look good. Because generally speaking, there's problems there. Well, I really do want to thank you all for tuning in. And I would love to get your feedback, whatever that feedback may be. So take care and peace.